Hello, good evening, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the Art Party, the Arty Party. I'm looking forward to this evening. Yes, I know. Let's address the elephant in the room. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been a while since I've uploaded a regular kind of video, but well, there've been some recent life changes going on in my life, and so I've needed to kind of take a step back and address some things. I had a family member recently in the hospital and had to take care and help with that, and things are going well now. But still, with that having happened, it did bring about some life changes. And so I've just not been able to dedicate my time to the YouTube channel as much as I would like to. And so I would say I apologize for that, but you can't apologize for taking care of family, right? We're kind of supposed to do that. Plus, I want to. I want to make sure that, everybody's healthy, wealthy, and wise and all of that. So I appreciate everybody's support, through the weeks, through the months, the views, the likes, all of that. And I appreciate your patience as well. And I do hope that you're going to be enjoying this show this evening. If you weren't here for the last Arty party that we had, you totally need to go and check that out another time. Was so much fun. We're hoping to bring the energy back tonight. Be sure to hit that like button on your way in. And I just want to say hello to everybody, gaming or what, Spartan Flash, Sentry, Miss Martin Muses, Holocron, Library Fox, and Emily Kruger saying happy Friday. One of my guests, Comics and Cosmetics, saying let's go. Maria from Unlocking Lore says, we're so on. Oh, it's going to get very on. And Miss Martin Music says, you got to do what you got to do. And great. Things are looking up. Yes, absolutely. I don't have one particular guest with me today. She was letting me know earlier on that they're having a storm where she's at. So she may or may not be able to join us, but that's okay. We're going to move on with the guests that we have. You know them, you'll love them. We have Dani from Comics and Cosmetics. We have Maria from Unlocking Lore. You may have seen them around the interweb, the Geeky Crochet, and, well, Comics and Cosmetics. Pretty consistent, But how are you ladies doing this fine, fabulous Friday night?
I'm good.
Dani's looking a little different from last time. A little bit.
I didn't realize I was going to get accosted for changing my hair color.
She also has some life changes here.
Why did you change your hair color? I was going to ask the same thing.
I did not say that.
Because I liked it?
I did not
what
say
a lame
that.
excuse.
I said it was just a question. And I get already canceled for a question.
I don't know. You're not Caucasian. You can't be canceled. So, Marie, how you doing?
I'm great. I just had a wonderful show yesterday. It was an amazing show. And you were there, Tabitha, to listen to my story. And it was just a really, really nice week. Went by very quickly, and happy to be Friday. Oh, and today is my Independence Day, hence the T-shirt. This is the Peruvian, soccer jersey. So,
well, you're a couple of weeks behind, but we'll accept freedom in anywhere it comes. So. Hashtag USA. No.
The 4th of July is an international holiday. You're welcome, Earth.
You're welcome. I love that. No, that's awesome. Hey, love me some jerseys. Love representing different countries for sure. I don't know if you guys follow the World Cup. I have been dedicating my life to watching that. Love me some soccer.
I don't support running voluntarily for enjoyment.
Yeah, but
than
it's other
any.
people. It's not yourself, so it's okay, like to cheer other people
I feel
on.
sad for
I
them.
thought you were more of a rough and tough, like rugby type of girl.
Oh, I am, but I grew up with soccer. I love me some soccer, and so I'm just so excited because this year, Miss Martin Muses. Yeah, I know you were talking about the World Cup a couple years ago on your channel, and it's the year of the underdogs, if you will. There are 8 debutante teams. They've never been in the World Cup before. Nigeria, South Africa, Haiti, Panama. My Panama girls, and
Oh, my kids are Panamanian. Oh, that's
I
so
mean,
cool. I didn't
I'm
know
Canada
that.
from
was
there,
there.
but I'm not
I didn't
there,
know what
so
they were doing there, but they were there. I was
yeah,
rooting
so
my team on.
but well, so we can talk about that as we go along. So if you are
Yes.
new to the Arty Party, let's go ahead and get it started. So what we did last time, we are going out of the box here, getting out of our comfort zones. At least I know that I am. And she's getting all the gear together. I've got my whole layout. You might see some of it over here. We're going to be doing impromptu care, and Maria's going to be cooking and drying her hair at the same time. We don't know. It's a mystery to all of us. But so what we're going to do, team, is that we're going to roll the die. Let me get my little camera up here. Here we go.
Oh, man. Oh, this is like so nervous. Can you tell us the categories again?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I didn't get categories this time.
There's going to be, there's a little bit of an echo of myself somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, we hear you.
Was that... There, maybe that fixed it. Yeah, it was my fault. All right, so guys, if you're not familiar with what we did last time, we're going to be having some categories for the species, the gender, personality types, occupation, and we're leaving it all up to fate. And the die is going to decide for us, and then we have to try to create this character. Last time, let me see. Do I have it? Last time,
did you actually finish it?
I didn't. I haven't had the time. Last time we did a female druid with a beard who was a wizard and sad. And Maria's got hers up there, which was awesome. Dani does not. Dani doesn't have hers up because, for reasons. And so tonight I'm going to try to I'm bringing back chibis. So this is my Barbie chibi, and I'm going to attempt to do whatever character in chibi form tonight. So let me get my paper ready. Let's get it ready. I should have had it ready. I just wanted to shout out my own artwork. Anyway, follow my channel if you want to see how Barbie turns out.
Nothing wrong with it.
Shameless plug. All right.
Yes.
So I mixed things up a little bit. Deranged Lunatic, it's good to see you. Oh boy, I found the YouTube channel with the best looking.
Oh, all right. We know.
Wait till I put my makeup on.
Oh, right. And her beard.
Hair.
Please no beard this time.
Okay, so I have changed things up a little bit. What I have done is whatever in each category, whatever number was settled on last time, I've replaced it with something. So that being, we're doing our species first. So we have a dragon, a troll. Last time we had a wizard, so I replaced it with a fairy. Then we have the option of merfolk and centaur. Okay. So of course I have 6 numbers on my die right here. Let me see if I can replace this really quickly. And if it's on 6, chat, this is where you come into play. Wasn't that how did we ask the chat last time?
No,
we each rolled, and whoever had the highest number got to pick what the 6 was, right?
No, I think it was I went in order.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dani's on top tonight. So anyway, so she gets
on top.
So she will get to choose. It's our wild card. All right, so let's roll. We have a 2. We're doing a troll.
Dang,
all right, let me write that down. So
what the French toast?
Oh my god,
French toast. All right, personalities. I kind of just kept them the same. So our troll is going to be either happy, angry, sad, serious, or bored. And Maria. Oh, never mind. I was going to say it was a 6.
Again.
It's a sad. All right. If you would like to.
No, roll again, man.
I feel like that one should have been replaced too.
Yeah, I didn't know what to replace it with. Okay. All right.
Confused.
It's 3 again. So that makes 6. So Maria, you get to choose.
Oh, you be. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. How about an angry troll?
Oh, okay.
Why do you do this to me?
Yes.
You do this on
Yes.
purpose.
All right, the hair type. So we had short, and I replaced the beard with resembles fire.
Resembles
I
fire. Oh, that's so,
swear,
that's so
I
good.
swear
I
to
want
you,
that. I
if
want
it's
that.
like,
All right, so it's short, resembles fire, long with green tips, or curly or bald. Okay, if it's number 6, I'm gonna let you guys decide because you're my guests. So we're back to Dani. If it's 6, we'll let her decide. It's 4.
Oh,
Curly.
curly.
Okay.
So
I
curly
can't,
hair.
I can't pull off curly and makeup in the span of time that we have. I'm gonna have to
You
fake
can
it.
do those Julius Caesar curls on your forehead. All right, so the occupations, I changed out the last one we had. So instead of having a druid, we have smith, thief, knight, or a soap maker, or royalty. So if it's a 6, Maria will get to choose. It's a 5. We get royalty.
Royalty. Okay. All right.
Thank you. I
Okay.
can
So,
get my crown.
okay. So
All right, now
it's a
here's the
troll.
clincher.
It's angry.
Trusty crown strikes again.
All right, she's already got her prop ready. All right, here it becomes whether it's male or female because that's all the options that we have. And if it's odds or evens, we'll determine. So we have so far a royal curly-haired troll who is angry. 2, it is a male. Dani again. Well, no, last time it was a woman, but with a beard. Now it's
I get facial hair again, I guess.
how is Dani gonna do a troll? All right, it is a male. Why did you want a male, Maria?
Because
Because
trolls are
she wants
easier.
me to look
I
crazy.
want you to look stunning.
Because I look great with facial hair, she said last time.
Hey, it is TD in
Hey,
the house.
TD!
And Leia Rose, hello, hello. So if you missed it, we have to do a male curly-haired troll who is
So funny.
royalty and
Yeah.
is angry. And so, Dani, what is your medium of choice for this evening?
Makeup and hair.
She doesn't.
The only one I'm known for, I guess.
Well, I didn't know. People might not know who you are, so this was an opportunity for you.
Well, I'm doing my face because on my channel, I do my face while I'm doing character breakdowns or whatever nerdy topic I'm obsessing about that week and talking about. So it's cosplay and beauty makeup. So that's what I'm doing. I busted out
Far
my
cry from tonight, right? Because you're a troll.
I'm a troll.
It's gonna be cool.
It is going to be really amazing. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I gotta get some references up here.
I'm using
so do I.
special effects makeup.
That's gonna be cool. That's
So
gonna be
and so, Maria, you were holding up a blow dryer a little while ago. Would you like to tell
And
us
what
what
looked
your
like a shot of
medium?
whiskey?
Yeah, and what's your medium of choice tonight? A cocktail troll?
Okay, so actually
Fun.
this is gonna be a new technique that I'm gonna be trying out, and it's gonna be a drawing. Again, this will not be crocheted into 3D. I still have the other character. Oh, and
Yeah.
I can show you guys the latest
Count Poo Poo?
the latest edition of Count Dooku right
wait,
here.
let me get him up here.
I cannot be the only person in the world who hears Count Dookie when they hear Dooku.
Because
Or
Maria
poo-poo.
is a man maker.
Yeah,
She is.
She makes her own
I
men.
make men,
Look at that.
and I make them good. I make them with pets.
I make them perfect. They're
She makes
quiet.
them fit. That's what she does. Ooh, okay. This. All right. I'm getting some really
So-
cool.
So this is actually coffee and tea, which I will be drawing. I will be splattering on the
Ooh.
pet. Like when I've finished my drawing, I'm going to be splattering on, and then I'm going to be obviously blow drying it because I want it to dry fast. And then my medium will be again pencil crayons, just like the last time. And this time I'm going to be outlining with a Sharpie. So that's going to be this is going to be an interesting thing.
For sure.
But
Real quick, when you're done, Maria.
I don't have my pencil, which is not a good thing for an
I
artist.
forgot my eraser, so this is going to be great.
I got an eraser. Do you want it?
Yeah. You send that to me.
So one thing that you guys don't know that I do, because it's always off camera, you can't quite see what I'm doing. But what I've been doing while you guys have been talking, while I've been looking down, is making my foundation.
Ah.
So I start with, it's called Ben 9 Media Pro Sheer Foundation. But you see it's in this little square.
Oh, hey.
Well, it's very stiff and it's very thick. So I cut a piece out, just like a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
And then I add something called Evo fluid or 244 fluid. And then I mix it up to the level that I want. So basically,
that's high tech, man. That's so high tech.
And then I have another palette of the stuff that I use for, every other color I need and contouring. This is what is
black.
used,
okay. I got
this is what is used on set.
That is so cool.
For all your favorite characters. So then, look at me. I'm just in full-blown tutorial mode now. I need to just shut up.
Well, so my medium of choice, as you can clearly see, is pencil and paper. I'm just going old-fashioned this evening, and I'm going to try to make this troll into a chibi if I can. But I don't have a proper eraser. My dog ate it. So
why am I not surprised?
I need to get a new one. Yeah, Nori is great. I love her. She's so great.
She's so cute.
She is really cute, but she's a pestilence. So I've been training her to hunt because she has these really good instincts for finding things that she shouldn't. And so so I'm trying to utilize that in a good way. My troll's just going to look like a pig. I can just see it now. It's Mrs. Arty! But yeah, I've just decided to try to train her to find her toys. When sometimes she plays with them and they get lost, they get stuck somewhere, and then she whines and wants me to go get them for her, but I don't know where they are because she's been playing with them.
Retrace your steps, Nori.
Right. I'm teaching her how to tell me where her toys are, and so far it's going really well.
Have you seen those mats for your pets where they go and they press a button and it plays a word? Like it says, treat, you press the button, it says treat or outside or whatever. We are thinking we think we want to get those for Tiny.
Oh,
because he's so smart. He has his own language already. So why not? You know what? There's a whole lot of reasons why not, because that dog would not shut up if we gave him a way to actually speak with us. And it would be on repeat, like treat, 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 treat. Okay. Give up.
Exactly. Yeah. They're little treasures from heaven. So, well, whilst we're going along, I'm afraid that I'm going to end up with one of those pig creatures from Star Wars, like Return of the Jedi. This is what I'm afraid of. But I'm trying to go faster. Last time I went slow, and my old woman, just didn't come out as well as I wanted her to. So we're gonna see what we can do here, especially without an eraser. Oh Jesus, take the wheel. I'm already upset. But that's okay, because we all need to practice, and I encourage you in the chat. Like we don't know what we're doing until we get here this evening.
Like literally, and like
you could have just ended that sentence at "we don't know what we're doing."
Exactly.
We make it up as we go.
And so, I encourage you. I really hope that some of you are creating your own artwork as we go along because we would love to see it. So I put our social media links in the description box down below. So if you ever get to the place where you want to join the art party, you absolutely can if you want to showcase what you created because there's no wrong way to make art. We're all just trying our best and doing what we can with what we have. And show us, and then we want to be artists who support other artists, aspiring artists, people who are trying something different. I have never done really a troll chibi before. I've drawn some trolls before when
I
I was
have
doing
never
some
drawn.
practice sketches, but the really cool thing is because trolls, you have a lot of options because like between ogres, trolls, things like that, there's a lot of similarities and things like that. But last time when we were here and on this episode, on our previous episode, we got into some really cool discussions about art and what it means. And I really wish that I had an eraser. Um, oh my goodness. Yeah, this little one that I have, I think it's gonna smear everything. Oh man. Well, I'm supposed to just get the gist of it and then go back and clean stuff up. But I remember that Maria said when I was asking the ladies if they had like some art topics and that they want to discuss, and Maria was saying that she kind of wanted to revisit I don't want to say last week, but a couple weeks ago, one of our topics, last episode, thank you, where we were discussing like what is art and the different forms of it and, some disagreements about what art might be. And I'm curious to know, Maria, what else were your thoughts about that?
So, yeah, this is a disclaimer because when I have like a very, very profound like discussion and I keep munching on it for several weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been thinking about this. I have been researching my own stuff for what is art, and I still have to disagree with you, Tabitha. I don't think art cannot be reduced to just sculpting, painting, and drawing.
Because I'm in that agreement with you, Maria.
And here's why.
Everybody hates me. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't hate you.
I'm just kidding.
We just think you're wrong.
Right.
You're wrong. Yeah. So here's the thing. Oh, hi Noob.
We wish you were able to be here, but we understand that, nature happens and the internet is the internet. But you know what? She's with us in spirit.
I am a complete and total pop culture noob. I know nothing.
Oh, you had that so ready.
Always. That's one of my favorite clips. Hey, Jacob is sketching too. Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, continue, Maria. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Because I think
she didn't miss a beat there, did she?
So sculpting, art, music, dance are art forms. And if I were to reduce art only to painting, sculpting, and drawing, what would happen to those who are blind? They would not be able to enjoy art. They would not be able to feel the call of an artist.
Not my problem. I'm just kidding.
Oh!
I'm just kidding.
Oh, and in my part of the country, we'd say, "Wow, her heifer just came right out."
I was waiting. I'm like, should I say it? Should I not? But yeah.
You just
hey, they don't know what they're not missing out on.
So no, I believe that art is a much more. It's an inspiration. It's a wave of creativity, but it has to be connected to beauty, and beauty is the splendor of goodness and truth.
Okay,
so that's why
just a little bit there.
I was gonna say I probably would disagree with you. I don't think that artwork can be
because
reduced to
art
something beautiful.
is expression of emotion. It's the color of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, there's going to be some ugly things, but it's still art because
Mm-hmm.
it is expressing a different human emotion.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see art.
Mhm.
Anything where you
I'm looking
can
at
show
trolls
how
right
you're
now. They're pretty
feeling.
ugly.
Anytime I feel
Mhm.
you can show an emotion with something, that is art.
Mhm.
Interesting. That's an interesting idea.
So
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. It's one of those things where it's like, it's I almost disagree with myself on my my opinion, but
it's
That's called learning.
it's called humility.
No, it's called changing your opinion when presented with new information.
well, it's actually the thing is that I don't at the same time I don't disagree with myself and I still stand by what I believe. And so it's where I can understand where people are coming from, but I still, like I said, kind of stand in what I was originally saying back in the
Yeah.
day. This does not look angry, does this? He looks thoughtful, like provoked. it's, let's see. Let's see what makes angry. I'm working on learning expressions. Dani was talking about expressions, but I mean a different form of it. But like facial expressions are hard for me. Like trying to think. Like let me make an angry
Make
face.
a face and look in the mirror. There you go.
Mhm. Ah, we need some wrinkles in the forehead.
Yeah, like when I decided I was going to start making this angry man troll face, I just made faces and put lines where the wrinkles were.
Remember
Up in the
that you have
sky, it's memes of destruction.
memes.
No! Superhero in word form. He says, "Hey, ladies, what's going on? We are creating." Okay, so if you are new here and joining the art party, and you were here last time or you weren't, we are creating an impromptu character. And so tonight we have to do a royal, curly-haired male troll who is angry. And Tabitha's working hard on trying to figure out how that goes because
I forgot he has royalty, so I'm just going to take out. Just gonna put.
I think I'm gonna give. I wish I had my. All right. I wish. I wish. I wish. I am gonna give him a diamond in his tooth. Nothing says bougie rich person like bejeweled teeth. Am I right?
Of course.
That gives me an idea.
You're welcome. It's called learning. No, I'm just kidding.
It's called learning.
Learning. But yeah, Marie,
Learning.
I agree that as far as, or I say agree, I'm like you as well. When I've had like a really interesting discussion, I will definitely chew on it for a while and see where that goes. Let me see. We're gonna create our gem
I like
already.
looking things up. Like
Yeah.
that way I feel like I'm more informed next time it comes up in conversation. Like, hey, that thing we were talking about, did some studying.
Right.
I'm going to tell you more ways that you're wrong.
The internet has helped me to realize how wrong you are.
My daughter's cousin, I can't remember what he said. He said something really dumb. And I'm like, who the hell told you that? Sorry, Tabitha. I was like, who told you that? And he said, the internet. Like, oh, well, if it's on the internet, it's gotta be true.
That's what Abraham Lincoln said. If it's on the
Yeah.
internet, it's gotta be true. I mean, let's see. I still can't quite. Here's the thing too. For those who are not necessarily artistic or they're afraid of being vulnerable, they're afraid that their art is going to suck. You see how I'm struggling over here. I can't even make an eye shape, and it's about just learning to go with the flow, learning to adapt.
See if we can do it. Really.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
test ourselves. That's my favorite part is, we're testing ourselves. We're testing our limitations, the things we need to bone up on, work on, finding out what our strengths are when otherwise we probably wouldn't have known.
Exactly. And it's a really good exercise of the mind. I feel like this is slowly turning into a dragon. I got to figure it out. Meme says rule number 1 of the internet. Don't believe everything on the internet.
He's
wise.
Like 15.
Memes.
He knows nothing, Jon Snow.
All right, let's have a look at Dani right now. All right. Wow, she looks like she got sunburnt in all the weird places. She's a whole nother person. I don't know if Maria is able to show us anything that she's working on because I think she's working with coffee or Oh man, that's so good. See,
Ooh.
look, yeah, your troll. I wish I could redo my guy's nose. Something about it's off.
I just can't get the lips, like the.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
think I need to make his nose different for sure. I think maybe less
Well, I
piggy.
did. I was able to get the angry expression. So
Maybe I need to do a nose like that, kind of comes
sure, you're very welcome to. He'll probably do it better than I
down.
will.
I don't know. Let me give him maybe a German nose,
What's a German nose?
big and stout and
That sounds like a French nose. What's
strong.
this?
Well, my grandmother was part French, so that might be it. Now it looks like a bird. I don't like it. Look, Maria, what did you do? You influenced me to the dark side. I don't like
It's
this.
outside.
Hey, it's rolling chairs. Hello, hello.
I have
We are-
rolling chairs.
You do. I made that very dark comment about a handicapped person and totally forgot. Not that Danny's blind, but it was just like, oh, well, that was insensitive. Oh well.
It happens to the best of us. Hi, Miss. My dog is losing his mind in the other room. He's like, "Oh."
I just don't
Right.
know what to do with it.
Probably one of those spoiler cats or Javier's back in the yard. He can't handle that nonsense.
Okay, this is gonna be so weird.
I totally messed this up, but I got to keep rolling with it because otherwise. So topics of conversation like for the art world today. I want to save mine for last because it's the best one. I'm just kidding. It's not the best one. But Danny, were you able to think of anything? Because chat, we often, when we get artists together, the typical questions are, what inspires you? Who is your muse? What's your favorite color?
Who's your
Blah, blah,
mentor?
blah. Yeah, all that stuff. So we wanted to try to find some other things. And of course, chat, feel free to ask us any questions, even if you want to ask us the cliche questions, because maybe you're new here, you just want to know more about us individually. Feel free to ask us. We would love to help you with whatever. So, but anyway,
Absolutely.
anything you could think of there, Dani?
Oh, really, all I could think about was passion.
Mm,
I was on Pops's channel the other day, and he was asking me about if I read any modern comics. And I said, not really. And the reason for that is I feel like there's not a lot of passion into it anymore.
mm,
And unfortunately, art does get very corporate, and we're seeing a lot of that right now. And what happens to it at that point. And for me, it's if there's no passion in it whatsoever, it loses almost everything for me. You can see it and sense it like right
yeah.
away.
Excuse me,
If
I agree.
someone isn't enjoying what they're doing or they're not into it at all, then
Fair.
yeah.
How can you tell? How can you tell when someone is passionate about what they do?
I really feel like it comes through in the work.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like the colors aren't as vibrant, or it's really hard to put that into words.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to quantify because it really is an emotion. It really is an objective thing. If someone's just they're not passionate about what they're doing, the art just really it's
Isn't
not
there.
going to art for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not there.
Yeah. Art is about human emotion and expressing that human emotion. And if you're not feeling that emotion, how can you convey it?
It's so interesting, like when you say that, yeah, as you know, as a creator, it's like your fans can tell. It's kind of like Rolling Chairs was saying here. I agree. Indie comics are much better than corporate comics nowadays, right? There's this whole new passionate group of people attempting to create better things. And I guess maybe it's better stories. They're more engaging, more intriguing. But I'm curious to know what exactly it is that tells us, that really just settles it for us, that um, you know, there's passion behind it. You know, we a lot of
Mhm.
people a lot of people are disappointed in Star Wars. A lot of people are disappointed in the Indiana Jones franchise, and it just seems like it's just worn out material and things like that. And I guess maybe that's one way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It gets just okay. For me, it's the difference between a nice slice of just velvety, smoky Gouda, just smoked Gouda, and then you ask for this and you get a slice of processed American cheese pulled out of a plastic wrapper. Like that's not the same.
Hating on
That's
craft.
one molecule off from
From
plastic.
plastic.
It's not the same thing
Yeah.
at all, brother.
That must have hurt.
Memes says resonance in my opinion.
Resonance.
Resonance.
And Rolling Chair says people in the industry don't make comics because they are passionate about the story. They make comics that help their career. Yeah. You know, and I think that we also we've seen it, you know, and unfortunately a lot of these words have now just kind of become like buzzwords, like we all understand, like the words
Oh, I'm so
agenda,
tired of all the new words that keep getting invented.
you know, and all these kind, yeah, and you know, over, and so like when you hear those, it's like you automatically just start rolling your eyes
Yeah.
and
You're a
exhaling.
shill. I don't know what that word means.
I
Okay, I'm
know, right?
42.
I try to keep up with the words. It's so hard.
I don't even
You're
try.
a shill. I don't know what it means. I'm sorry. You can't
Be like,
insult
well,
me if I don't
thank
know what it means.
you. I think, yeah, exactly. All right, what kind of ears do we want for this? You know, it's amazing when it comes to creatures. Like the ears can do a lot,
Yeah, they can.
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh man, I don't have my new ears yet, so I can't make my stick out ears yet.
maybe I should I make his head a little bumpy? His head's turning out. He's not turning into the chibi I was hoping for. Rolling chairs. We are not necessarily we kind of sort of are. So we're given the prompts, right? So our prompts are a royal angry troll that is male and has curly hair. Oh, I forgot about the curly hair. I'm gonna need to remember that.
I am struggling so much with that curly hair.
I have no idea what I'm going to do for curly
I'm
hair
just
on
gonna
my
do
head.
one curly hair. Just like one lock. Although he's supposed to be royal, so I feel like he would have a little bit more. So I'm just kind of getting the basic sketch down, and let's check on Dani's face here.
That's really interesting.
Oh, that's so good. I remember last time I was like, so are you gonna
That
just
is
draw?
cool.
Are you gonna like just draw a
Ooh.
tear on your face to
That
indicate that you're
reminds
sad?
me.
She's like, I thought I would just make this face. And I'm like, what? I'm such an idiot. Of course you could just look sad. You have in a
Black or
way
yellow, ladies?
for what?
Black.
Black or yellow?
Black.
Yellow.
Okay,
For
go with
eyes.
yellow.
Chat, black
Oh,
or yellow?
Both. 1 and 1.
Oh.
Yeah. 1 yellow. One.
How did you even know what I was asking?
She's smart like that. She went to college.
Didn't finish it though.
She went to college.
Doesn't
One
matter.
semester.
Okay.
I don't like this ear. I don't like what's happening. I am
not liking what's happening here either. But let's see what happens.
because I'd love to be able to try to color him a little bit. So we'll just kind of have to.
I love the eyes though. Your eyes are so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Those are the troll's eyes, not yours, not specifically. yours.
Yeah, I figured you weren't paying me a compliment. That's okay.
I
If you
mean,
don't like
again,
watching people touch their eyeballs, look away.
Oh, so that means we've got to expand it, of
Let's
course.
Oh, this is going to be so good.
Oh, we can't. We're not allowed to see it. All right.
Oh.
So let me do this. He's gonna have. How about out of bones? Let's see. We're gonna do. Let's see. Or claws, something like that.
I think my hands are too up. Up. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Man, she's a whole nother person.
That is so
Uno.
cool.
Now for the next. I don't think I've ever worn these yellow ones before.
Oh, so we get a first look. And oh,
They're not. Yep. Not in there yet.
I think my hand's too wet from washing my hands real quick.
that's usually what happens. I hate when my hands get wet when washing.
Have you tried dry cleaning them?
Dry cleaning your hands?
I mean, if you don't like it to get wet, you can try dry cleaning.
How do you dry? I don't understand. You take them. What dry?
Don't know.
cleaning? What is?
Yeah, don't know. It was just a thought. You know, we're creative.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm tired of looking at
artists.
Dani. All right. All right.
Ooh,
he's-
your mouth is so much better than mine.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna-
What?
Take
Oh my
into
gosh! It fell on the floor, didn't it?
And this is a shop. Like, this is a studio where I work with plaster and all kinds of nonsense. You gotta clean
Feel
it
the
off.
burn here in a little bit, everybody. So, of course, if you want to look for ways to support the channel, feel free to peruse the description box. But and also all of my guests' links are in the description box as well. Something that I wanted to kind of talk about this
There we
evening and
go.
get your thoughts on, and I feel like this is at least on Twitter, and I'm kind of seeing it on YouTube with the shift that's going on with algorithms and content creation and whatnot. I had this thought. I, like many people, I hate the idea, honestly, of trends. I feel it is giving into trends, selling out, because you're honestly just following the masses. And art is supposed to, in its own way, it's supposed to be rebellious. It's supposed to go against the flow.
It's supposed to be punk rock.
It's supposed to be punk rock. Oh, I thought it was like, I almost thought you said it's like full of crap. And I'm like, well, some people, some people.
Oh, that reminds me of another topic that we have to touch on. But please do
Okay.
go. Please continue.
Thank you. So, that was something I wanted to get your ladies' opinions on. So, so Maria, if people don't know, Maria has a channel where she tells folklore stories and awesome little adventures. Sometimes they're kind of scary, but I would say that's not necessarily a popular niche, right? Not that
No.
it couldn't become popular, but it's not necessarily a popular niche. And then Dani has a channel where, as it says, comics and cosmetics. She discusses a lot of pop culture, and then she also mixes that with makeup because, as you can see up there, she's doing a phenomenal job changing who she is as a person. Which really, I'm sure, comes in handy on those days where we are very dissatisfied with ourselves. And so, especially with you, Dani, being in that pop culture world, and it seems like, I don't know about you, but a lot of different people that I know in the pop culture world, it's like
Well, and
having to.
It's a lot more niche than that. I like to joke around that if you want tips on how to really confuse the algorithm, look no further than me.
I saw that the other day. Yeah, because your makeup and comics. Yeah.
Because I feel like I can't see anymore now. Like I'm looking for a very specific pencil.
According to Maria, you can still make art, so it's okay.
Okay.
Anywho, what I was saying was that with my channel, I am talking about nerdy stuff I like comic book characters and sci-fi characters, fantasy, stuff like that. And at the same time, I'm doing my makeup. Now, I never talk about the makeup. That's the thing. I never talk about it. There are occasional episodes I do called Pro Tips, where another YouTuber and I will be talking about whatever subject they've picked, and then we're doing an inspired look based on that subject, and I'm giving them professional makeup tips while we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So in those situations, yeah, I'm talking about the makeup. But other than that, I'm just solely discussing I'm breaking down a character or a storyline or a show or something. And apparently that's very confusing for the algorithm because, you don't normally have comic books, like hashtag comic book next to hashtag MUA.
Right.
Makeup
Well,
artist.
for sure. Well, because comic books are very popular on the internet, pop culture in and of itself, and then makeup is very popular on the internet, and a lot of them have to do with following the trends if you want to make it on YouTube. And regardless of whether or not your channel is, well, I say not necessarily regardless. I don't know necessarily what your prompt and your drive is for being on YouTube, but for many people, they're looking for an alternative source of income, also to basically have almost like free commercialism for your product and or whatever you're trying to sell. And so I just want to know, I just kind of get your thoughts and your opinions. Do you think that as artists, as creative people, that trends are actually a manipulative way or a manipulation of artists to almost rebel against rebelling and being creative and unique and authentic to themselves?
Well, I'll answer that with this. I do hope to get monetized at some point because this stuff is expensive.
Amen.
It is not.
Do art, kids, because there won't be any money for drugs.
Starving artists. No, this stuff's expensive, so I do hope to get monetized. Like there's a goal in mind. I have a plan. But I feel like I've caught a lot of flack from the YouTube community because I do hope to get monetized. Like, well, you're supposed to be doing it for fun. Well, yeah, it's fun. You think I'd willingly do this if I didn't have a boss, like week in and week out? Well, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do it, but it is fun for me. But why would I choose something that I hate? I'm my boss. So of course I enjoy it. I picked it. This is the lifestyle I chose for myself. But it would be nice to, get a tip every once in a while or get people to join my Patreon because it helps me pay for StreamYard, helps me pay for my Adobe software. It helps me pay for the materials and stuff for my cosplays and everything that I do on my videos. It helps with those things. Am I still going to do makeup and talk about the nerdy stuff I like? And well, yeah, absolutely. But I do catch a lot of flack, and a lot of it's behind. But I have gotten judged before, basically, like, you're a sellout if you just want to get monetized. Like, well, that's not the thing. I do want to get monetized, but I still want to talk about it at the same time. And I don't see anything wrong with that. All right, that's where I was going with that.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Wow.
Right. So, but I mean, would you say that following trends though, like
to an extent, as long as the trend is still something you're interested in, I think that's one of the where I was going to connect the point. I apologize. I told you, I warned you about this earlier.
You did.
Like, don't ask me for topics because I'll ruin the place. But I believe that, you can use trends to kind of, if you want to increase your numbers, look at those trends to see what you're interested in that is trending. If it's something that doesn't interest you, don't do it, man. That's just silly. I mean,
Right.
then it's work. Then it's work. You're making it work and you're doing it to yourself.
Right.
Give him a scar. And that's why his eyes
Ooh.
black.
Oh, I forgot the curly hair. Darn it. Did you have
Dang
any
it, I
thoughts on
keep
that,
forgetting
Maria?
about that.
I know. Curly hair is a key factor. Male royal curly hair troll that is angry, just in case anybody forgot. I literally might just do one curl. Make it a good one, Tabitha. I'm so
I
bad
have
at
a
drawing
couple of
curls.
curls. I'm just doing a couple of curls. Okay, so the thing is that I think I agree with Dani in this sense.
Again? No.
Again, in the sense that
I'm so bad at
I mean, for
curls.
example, right now what's trending is Barbie.
Right.
So a lot of people are like doing like cosplays, dolls, because right now it's like it's what's in fashion. I mean, for me,
Mhm.
trendy is what's in fashion right now, and people like it. Now, my question would be, does that fashion stand the test of time? And a good artist will always stand the test of time.
True story. Well
Yeah.
said.
So if
Interesting.
you create a dress, because I've been looking at some interesting like cosplayers and seamstress that actually create stuff based on whatever it is that's trendy. If their outfits do manage to
I can't freaking see.
be good in the long sense, then that's art, and I think it's fine.
Okay. So
I
you
don't
don't think
mind.
okay, so
No,
you don't
I don't
think that
mind. The thing is
trends.
that no, I don't mind trends
Mhm.
in the sense that a lot of creativity can come up with that. So, for example, you can create a character inspired by that trend, and you never know, that character can come up to be something a little bit different than what you imagined before, but it started with a trend.
Right, this is true. I guess that also comes to the idea of the fact, no matter as like you're saying, as long as you stay true to yourself, because no matter what you do, it's always going to have your kind of flair to it.
Yeah.
Or at least it should. Hopefully, it would.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say for my part, I don't want to say that I'm against trends, because trends, number one, trends are a way, if they're maintained in a healthy atmosphere, um, trends are a way for humans to connect with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's definitely a way that humans interact and socialize over something. It's like, oh, you saw Star Wars, man, I love Star Wars. And eventually it was a trend that became something that brought you together with things, and you realize, you kind of had equal affection or love for it, if you will. And then, trends definitely, like you were saying with the Barbie situation right now, you can find other, let's just say, I do see in my feed oftentimes like makeup artists, and so they'll find other makeup artists, and this can eventually lead to like cons and things like that. I mean, you could look even on Twitter when it comes to what they call the fellowship with like nerdrotics and
Mm-hmm.
all of the gang with that, and they have these meetups, and it was because of you know past trends, comic
Mm-hmm.
books and costumes and make believe and video games that brought these people together. So I won't say it's inherently a bad thing to follow trends, definitely not. But I will say that I think it depends on, your fortitude and your drive when it comes to YouTube. I have found for myself that it goes against the grain for me. And I know that I have several other artists this way, where YouTube, especially now, especially for smaller content creators, they are not really interested in quality content. They're not really interested in unique things and in a way, in its own way, diversity, because they just want people to follow each other that are already doing things that are popular, essentially, because that
Mhm.
drives money for them. And
Hmm.
so as a person, as an artist on my channel, wanting to be able to create unique and individual things, if nobody's looking for it, it in the YouTube world, on the internet, it doesn't matter. And I find that I get very upset with the idea of trends because then it's just like we're all just following the same thing. There are, of course, always going to be people that are looking for something new, fresh, and different, but they're harder to find because trends outweigh
Hmm.
uniqueness, I
I'll
would
tell
say.
you a trend that I do not care for and that I'm really, really over.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's the hate trend. The
The
I
hate.
hate everything trend.
Yes.
Like
Oh
people
yeah,
who
I
get so
agree.
excited when a movie comes out, hoping
And
it's bad. And that
Yeah.
just gets on my
it's
nerves.
true.
Like for
It's
me,
true. I
those are
agree.
the people that are, you're doing this for the wrong reason. I'm going to cough again. I'm sorry.
I got you back.
It's very hot in Missouri, which means pollen and mold and mildew everywhere. But they literally hate everything. They've got
Yeah.
a name for everyone and everything. And it's just constant, well, everything sucks. And I'm going to keep
Yeah.
watching it because it sucks. And it gives me something to talk about. That sounds
I
like
watch
misery
it
to me.
because I don't. Then you don't have to watch it, and I'm like, well, I don't. I can choose to watch it if not. Why do you have to watch it for me and tell me it's
Yeah,
bad?
you don't have to do that. I got this. I'm really good
Mhm.
at telling myself what I do and don't like. If I
Right.
hate something, if I don't like something, I'm not going to watch it anymore. Therefore, there's no reason for me to talk about it. But my point is, I feel like those people in that realm have forgotten why we wanted to talk about this stuff in the first place. And it's because it brought us joy. It made us happy. It made us
Just
nostalgic.
freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it reminded us of what it was like to be kids again and how much we loved these things when we were younger. So if you're just sitting there constantly talking about something because you hate it, I think you're doing it wrong.
Now
Bruh.
I have to say something. When I
Okay.
saw the new Star Trek musical,
Musical?
I am very sorry, but I just like, are
I
you
I hope
keeping?
it
I'm
I hope
sorry.
it makes sense. I just hope it makes sense because
It
it's been a pretty good
doesn't sound
season so
like it.
far.
I'm not trying to be mean, but that sounds weird. I
It
really
does.
quickly, I want to pause and recognize Megan Noob review saying, "I'm making origami by flashlight. I
Well,
know it's
see,
not
you should
my."
just
Aw.
She said,
that's
"I
amazing.
know it's not my own work, but I folded the face of a troll via YouTube video directions." That is awesome.
Okay.
You'll have to post that on Twitter. I want to see it. But carry on.
That is a very, very cool troll. You're making mine. I don't feel like mine is like as cool as
Yours
yours.
looks like a dragon troll.
Well, that's maybe what I was gonna. No, I'm
Well, thanks, because that's what I was going for.
exactly. Well, anybody want to? Let's see. Let's do a quick update here. So, Danny's working it. I am so impressed by what you're able to do by knowing the lines on your face,
You
knowing
see
where they
Yeah.
fit
my
into you.
hairy
That is
wart.
Oh my gosh, I hate it, but I love it. Like,
that is so cool.
she's
Those
a
are
witch.
brush
Burn her.
bristles. Brush bristles stuck in with eyelash glue.
Going all out. I can't. You got to record yourself going to see Dave again.
Please do.
That was great.
Oh,
That's funny.
that was good stuff.
Maria, do you have an update for us?
I do.
Ooh, look at you got the curls. I like his teeth a lot better than mine.
I
Your
still don't
crown.
know what I'm gonna do with this.
I like your frown better than mine. Mine just kind of looks insecure.
No, yours looks cool. I love your teeth, man.
I think that he's more of a goblin than he is a troll, to be honest. I don't even know what his hand is doing. I just thought that would be okay. I was gonna give him some robes because he's royalty, But okay, so that's interesting. I agree with you. I myself have gotten quite worn out on because I made this statement a while ago regarding the hate culture, if you will. It's like we have
Yeah.
slowly become the people that we used to,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
basically disregard or whatever the case you want to say. It's like, the cancel culture. Like we're against the cancel culture, but now it's like, well, if we hate it long and hard enough,
It's canceled.
then it gets canceled, it gets bad reviews. Let's just go ahead and, take the Little Mermaid movie. Now, it's one of those things where I'm on board. I'm part of team create new stories for sure.
Uh-huh.
Like
Mhm.
we already had an Ariel. She's Disney's Ariel, like it's been canonized, right? And so I am completely happy with the way that I forgot Bailey Haley Bailey, is that her name?
Hey, Halle
Halle
Bailey.
Belly.
Halle Bailey. I always want to be careful because Halle Berry. So,
Yeah.
um
Hard not to.
but with her, she to me looks like a fantastic mermaid. I really
She
think
was a
she's
very good
perfect
actress.
for
Her
a
singing
mermaid.
voice is absolutely phenomenal.
I just
And
wish that they would have done something besides Ariel. And so then they turned it, all into this thing about, it was racism and whatnot. And this is false information. This is not factual. Many people were like, we're starving for new stories. We don't want recasts. Like they honestly could have picked, somebody else. And it's just like, if it doesn't look like what we've grown up with, nostalgia wise,
yeah.
then it's just wrong. We're not comfortable with it because we know what we want, what we grew up with essentially. Disney
Mm-hmm.
is, I don't know about other parts of the world. I'm going to go ahead and just presume that it's the same way. Disney is definitely a part of American culture because
Yeah.
you will get asked in your lifetime, who is your favorite Disney princess? What is your favorite Disney movie? What is your favorite Disney song? And chat, go ahead and tell us what your favorites would be. I'm curious to hear. Mine is definitely one of my favorite movies. All-time favorite movie is Aladdin, but my favorite Disney princess movie is Beauty and the Beast for sure. But it's kind of hard to pick. Little Mermaid's way up there as well. But it's like all of a sudden, it's like I saw all this stuff. It's like, man, Halle Bailey, I just she's trash. Then it's like they turn into bullies. I saw a bunch of people, and I'm not necessarily pointing at anybody
That really upset
specifically.
me.
They
Like the
kept making
stuff
fun
about
of her
how
eyes,
her eyes.
like they were too far apart.
Yeah,
She looks like
that
a
really,
fish.
really upsets me. Like that, she's born that way. Leave the girl alone. She's a beautiful girl. You're just trying to nitpick now. She's
Yeah.
she's a good little actress. She's a good singer. She was doing her job. My biggest complaint about The Little Mermaid, because I just watched it the other day, was
Mhm.
I felt like the new songs they put
Yeah,
in
they
did
didn't
not
fit.
fit.
Yeah.
They didn't
So
fit at all.
and
And
yeah, I don't
that
I
was
don't
it.
agree with hating on the movie necessarily for that. I can say that I had some interest, but then becomes like this fear. Even though I've never really met many of the people that we interact with, but I'm not again.
Mhm.
I'm not even
Mhm.
necessarily. I don't want to point out any kind of group of people necessarily because a lot of these people were just in the chats. It wasn't even necessarily
Mhm.
the leaders, if you will. I want to be careful here. I don't want to put down other YouTubers, but
Mhm.
it's more like just people in the chat following. See, because here's the thing: you've got your leaders, if you will, on
Yeah.
YouTube who have their opinions and their theories about this stuff,
Mhm.
and then the people who just have a hard time. This sounds really bad, but some people that would just follow because of a trend.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so they start saying and bullying because they think that those reviewers that's
It's
what
high
they're
school
doing.
all over again.
And honestly, a lot of the reviewers aren't necessarily doing that. They're literally stating the facts about the pitfalls of the film.
Mhm.
And then seeing the comments in the sections of different areas, all of a sudden it becomes this juvenile, like, well, if I hate on this enough, I will get recognition from these reviewers, even if the reviewers are not necessarily throwing shade on the movie, but they're just stating, I disagree with Disney's choice. Statistically, financially, Disney is not in a good place, and the reviewers will state actual facts.
Mhm.
And then I'll notice in the comment section that people think that if they hate on it enough, they'll get recognition. It's like, yeah, her eyes are too far apart. Has nothing to do with the fact that
Yeah, that it has nothing to do with
Disney's not doing
anything.
well financially. So I want to be careful here because I don't want to put down reviewers, but I will say that there are some that I've seen because YouTube is a very wide place where it's like it's just another trend because it's like it's popular to be mean. And I think we need to be careful with that because that doesn't create a good environment either. But it's like, again, like we were going back to earlier, we're starving for fresh ideas. And so it's
problem is that
understandable why people are frustrated and then sometimes resort to, in a way, I say that mildly understandable, resort to name calling and whatnot because they're frustrated that we're not getting what
Yeah.
we really want.
Right. Well, and not just that, but if you even attempt to enter into, a discussion with someone who's just dead set on hating something, if you enter into this discussion with them and you use logic and reason, and then they have nothing to come back with it, then that's the mudslinging and the name calling and pointing out things that, yeah, well, you're a dum-dum. That's when that stuff
Right.
starts.
The playground mentality and
I still have
yeah.
my theory on that Disney is doing these live actions that nobody's asking for
Yeah.
to keep the copyright thing going on, because every 50 years the story or the movie goes into, I think it was public domain. So
Oh, interesting. Because that has been a big question of mine. It's like Disney, like I said before,
why?
statistically, financially, Disney's not doing well. Why are they keep doing these things? What's the deal?
That's
Now
my that's my theory. I don't know if it's true, but I believe that because I mean, look at the last Disney new production that they've got. What was it? Elementals.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
Didn't
was
that
like
one do well?
no, it did not.
It didn't do well
It
because
didn't do well.
they said that there was racism in there and prejudice and things like that, like hints towards these things because apparently one of the elements said elements don't mix. Oh, because she's fire and he was water. She made some kind of comment saying that was the only one because I didn't really care about the movie, honestly. I mean, because I will say, like, again, I want to be careful here, but I will say that it is easy for myself even to become something of a hater for anything that Disney produces because of the history that they've now created for themselves. Almost like
That's on
anytime
them.
that's
Yeah.
on them. But I
Yeah.
will say that I too can sometimes follow the mob mentality because it's like, Disney's making another live action. Disney's making this. Gee, I wonder what's in it now. So I will call myself out and say that I have also been part of that crowd where I have very little faith and I just automatically think it's going to be awful and have, and start with I don't want to say the name calling, but just, for sure.
Well, the thing that upsets me about all of this whole culture we have, is that if you really mean it, if you really mean that it's important to you that people get included and we open ourselves up to, more types of people, cultures from all over the world, then why are we giving people of color and disability and everything, why are we giving them hand-me-downs?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is insulting. That is saying that type of person, however you want to phrase it, is not strong enough to carry their own unique
an interesting
original character, when there are literally thousands and thousands of cultures and people and religions all over this world that we could be pulling inspiration from to represent that person and educate the Western Hemisphere of things we otherwise would not know, because we do tend to be very center of the universe.
Yes.
So you guys got to look up the spider god stories in Africa. They're flipping hilarious.
They're so
Anansi is hilarious.
Well, it's interesting because like on Pinterest, when I look up different ideas for art and stuff like that, I saw one of the coolest things that it's like, why doesn't Disney do this, right? Because they've known for making such magical stories, memorable stories. And it was basically like a magical world somewhere in Africa where they had centaur-like creatures that looked like a lot of the tribal natives there, but they were like half, instead of half horse, they were half zebra, or they were
That's
half
cool.
giraffe. And then it would, the rest of their outfit was like with the body paint and the stones or the feathers, whatever it is that they use. And I'm like, that would be so cool because
Yeah,
you know
that'd be
that
cool.
would be so great. And it's like India is known for their music, their vibrant colors. Like, why haven't we had a proper, I know that there's a Disney Plus TV show about a detective girl in India, but that's not the same. Why don't we have a Disney princess from Turkey or something like that? Like that would be, or that would just be so cool. There are so many other princesses from around the world that we could draw from. That would be phenomenal. And
I
yeah,
agree with you entirely.
Mhm. I
it's
also
it
But
just drives me bonkers. But especially I would think as like from somebody like Maria, because of the fact that you're a storyteller and you're like, look, I could just tell you a thing or two.
I really don't know what to put on this guy anymore, so I think I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh,
And
let's have a
just gonna
look.
start. I'm just gonna start.
Ah, oh man, look at his ear and everything. Look at that. He looks pretty sinister. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark dark alley.
Right.
I don't think I would want to meet Danny right now in a dark
That
alley.
is so cool, Dani. That is so cool.
Maria, good call with the two different eye colors there. That was
All right,
great.
here we go. So this is the part where this is going to be like probably going to be a mess,
Okay.
but here we go.
I have to invoke my father for this.
Your father.
Yeah, this is my dad.
Oh, hang on. You look just like him. I don't know. I don't know.
I do. Let's see.
But yeah, that's interesting. I like what you had to say about the trends, Maria. That was a different idea, not necessarily something that I would have thought about, because I mean it's true. If you look at the 80s, there were so many trends of the 80s that are still beloved to this day. So,
Mhm.
No, that came back around.
And they've come back around because they were so beloved, right? So
I was there. No, there's a few of them that need to stay gone.
Of course,
Just
puffy
saying.
wedding dresses and all that kind of stuff. Please, no more. I have
Please
a lady
stop
in my
crimping your hair.
I had a lady in my church. She's a seamstress, and I was just kind of asking her. We were talking and chit chatting, and I was like, styles for wedding dresses have changed dramatically over the years. And I was like, what is like your favorite or least favorite era of doing wedding dresses? Because she's been doing this for a while, and she's like, she's like the 80s. Everything was big. Everything was just big and wild. She's like, I would have those puffed sleeves. She said, and then the brides wanted them bigger and they wanted them fuller. And
I blame Barbie.
And she's like, I need the big bow. People like, I need the bigger bow in the back and all this. She's like, the 80s, everything was was loud, it was bright, it was big. The bigger, the bolder, the better.
It was the cocaine. That's I blame Barbie and cocaine for the 80s.
I wasn't there. Yes, I can't.
We know.
Yeah, we know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like this dude's like, maybe that's what it is. He's like fixing, the Egyptians, right? They had that fake beard thing. And maybe he's stroking. There we go. He's stroking his fake beard. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We're coming up. See, Disney, hire us. We could come up with some cool stories.
I was obsessed with this book when I was a kid. Well, there were a couple. The first one I discovered by these authors was Greek mythology. It was Delaire's Greek mythology. Well, they also had a Norse troll mythology book also. And the art was just wild and cool, and the stories were very troll like. So
Thanks, Jacob, for being here, by the
thanks,
way.
Jacob.
Visit, we're looking awesome. I can't wait to post the oh, I need to address, somebody asked earlier, I think it was Rolling Chairs. It's my first stream here in a while. Do you still do the series where you draw fantasy creatures in that book? Rolling Chairs, I do plan to return to that. Like I was saying, going through some life changes and some scheduling changes. I want to get back to drawing Carl and Guts and their world. But it's pending. I don't know when I can get back into a normal routine with that, but it's coming. And thank you for asking and just, being here for that. Thank you. But anyway, Dani, continue.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Neither do I. I was like, darn it. I really hope she remembers what she's talking about.
Oh, there was this book. This Delaire's Greek mythology, but then there was Delaire's troll mythology, their book on trolls. And the artwork was just insane. It's so unique that I've never seen anything like it. They have a very, very, very specific art style in their books, and it was just great. They had great stuff on trolls.
It was
that
great.
was where I was going with that.
Guys, I think I might. Hey, it's Damaj and I. Hello, welcome. We are doing another character impromptu design where we have to do a male troll that it has curly hair, who is royalty, nobility, and is also angry. What they're angry about, we're not quite sure just yet.
Because they're trolls.
Because they're trolls. So let's see, what color should I make my troll? Should he be green? Should he be earthy, kind of gross looking?
I'm kind of going for like a mossy vibe.
Yeah. I like he's kind of mine is like a little squirt, right? He just like he thinks much of himself, I think.
I find it cute.
He is kind of cute though. I even give him a little tail down there. His feet are not big enough to support his body though. Let's see if we can fix that really quickly. I kind of ran out of space. There we go. Let's give him some big feet. Maybe some claws. Something.
I'm just letting everyone know I can barely see.
They're angry at the current inflation, says Dimash. Let's have a look here. Oh, she's going for the green. All right. I'm going to do my best to color this time. So we're just going to go for it because, again, these prompts, they're not meant to... I'm not supposed to be creating something necessary. I might, but I'm not necessarily supposed to be creating something that will necessarily last a lifetime. But you never know. These are really just like practices, right?
Just seeing what we can do.
Seeing what we can do, having some fun, having some interesting discussions. And sure.
I have another topic.
Oh no. Am I gonna get myself in trouble?
You're so done.
I'm over. I'm canceled because I'm Caucasian.
The name of the show.
Oh yeah, Maria wanted to kind of discuss so this particular stream. Somebody had said, was it Art After Dark or something like that?
Oh.
And Tabitha tries to keep it somewhat family friendly here. I understand that folks is folks, Dani, but
yeah, I was gonna say she tries especially hard when I'm here. I'm on my best behavior right now.
Folks is folks. I get that.
I can attest to that.
But something cool, something fun. So Maria had some ideas, and of Damaj and I says that's as like the smash button or smash the like button, however you'd like to do that. But Maria, what were some of your ideas?
So I think the whole idea of saying pencils after dark. I think the word after dark is already being used a lot. So
is it too trendy?
It's too trendy. Way too trendy. So I would drop it, and I would go more for night pencils.
Night pencil.
And even
sounds like something that Batman would have if he were an artist.
could be, you know, instead of knight as in Nigth, it could be K
Oh, like
Nigth.
we're warriors with the weapons there.
That would be one idea.
Okay,
I just
night pencils. Any other ideas? I like having, things to pick and choose from.
Of course.
I like me some options.
I don't know. Dani, do you have any ideas?
Oh, a lot, but not about a name for this.
Danny's like, I wasn't ready for that. She's like, I didn't study.
I don't know. I think we need something that kind of insinuates that there's some kind of challenge to it.
Like coming up with a name.
Yeah. Name this show and we'll send you a fresh hug.
What about the chat? What do you guys think?
A fresh internet hug. Absolutely. Yeah, chat. We would love to hear from you about what you think this show. What do you like about the show? What do you think needs to be more, discussed, talked about on the show? But also, we would love to hear what your input is because, we do this for fun, but it is also meant to be something educational and entertaining for the folks at home. And so we would love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm starting to dig my troll now that I'm starting to color him. I had to make him blonde because to me, nothing says, snotty nobility like a blonde with a perfect curl. Am I right?
There once was a girl with a curl there once was a girl with a curl in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very good. When she was bad, she was horrid. It's a poem I used to recite to my sister.
It sounds like is that a Dani original or
No, that's an oldie.
An oldie but goodie.
That's an old one. But yeah, my sister had blonde curly hair, and I used to say that to her all the time.
No wonder.
Now, I'm trying to think of like artistic terms and words and things like that. Now, so I mean, I am self-taught, so I don't know. Noob Reviews is sending us a photo on Twitter. I'm so excited to see her origami troll. That will be so cool. I
would love to see it, but I'm quite blind at the moment.
I'm not really familiar with all the words, when it comes to art and things like that. I'm learning. I'm always growing, always learning. Did either of you go to art college? Let me ask you this.
No.
Well, technically, yes.
Well, make up your mind, Dani. Like,
I cannot.
Don't be double-minded now.
No, I went to cosmetology school, so
okay.
Technically, that works.
As college, it is college. Yes.
Is that college or is it a trade school?
Both. It depends. Mine was a college. It was fully accredited. Accredited.
I was like, I don't think that's a word, but I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Okay. Now, so neither of you went to college. Well, excuse me, except for Dani now. Neither of you went to college for artwork per se, as far as like university or something like that for art?
No.
Oh, that's cool. I did.
Not for painting or drawing, but I did learn color theory in college, so.
I took drawing, photography, and graphic design and art history in college.
That is so cool. I would have loved to take that.
I did take a little graphic design. My son went to college for graphic design, but he ended up getting a degree in cybersecurity.
Oh, really?
That's fun. Yeah.
That's quite a change.
I will look at that, Megan. Thank you. I'm eager to see it. I'm just with the time that we have left, I want to try to get color on. Maybe I should leave him kind of albino-like. What do you think? I'm gonna put some color to him, but I'm thinking I might just keep it pale. Like maybe he's an albino.
So I I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, I mean, it depends on you ladies. We're doing really well. We have, I mean, if we wanted to go for the 2 hours, we've got a half an hour left.
Mhm. So, just
Man,
kinda,
this
oh,
is so much fun just because of the fact that I'm not so worried about having perfect lines right now. And it's coming out so cool. And I kind of hate that because it's like when I'm actually trying to do my best, I'm not super happy with what I've done. But here I'm just kind of going with the flow and I'm
Mhm.
really excited
mhm,
about it.
mhm,
And that's just always the way, though, isn't it?
mhm.
You're in your zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been so cool. Compared, okay, for those that were not here or you were here last time, this is what I've done so far in the time that we've been on here. Um this is what I did last time in 2 hours. Oops.
That's
So,
pretty cool in 2 hours, huh?
Yeah, I feel
well,
like I'm doing better now than last
yeah, kind of finding the swing of things like you were saying, getting in the zone. And I think I was going to ask that question. Oh, I've lost my troll. Where'd he go? I lost him. I do my artwork, my art books upside down because of being left-handed with the ring binders. I don't want them in the way. But I was going to ask you ladies about, like, so it's kind of sort of cliche question about being an artist. But at the same time, it's something I would like to know more of, is that when it comes, what gets you in the zone? What makes you passionate about what you're doing? It's kind of two different questions, but they kind of go together in my opinion. So
I just really like creating stuff. I like making things. I like knowing that I did this with my
yeah.
own two hands, with my own know-how. Like I said, I have a mentor. I have a Mr. Miyagi who's Mr. Big Deal in the whole
Mm-hmm.
special effects makeup world.
Yeah.
And he's always, he'll ask me what I'm doing, and I'll say, "Well, I'm going to make this." He's like, "You should do this," and I've started telling him, I want to see what I come up with first, what
Yeah.
I can do
Mhm.
with my whatever I have around here, and then I want him to wax on, wax off.
Sounds painful.
But what gets me into it,
Yeah.
a lot of times as I'm laying in bed at night trying to sleep,
Mm.
I will think of things, like I'll create in my head, you know. I'll just start doing stuff in my head.
Yeah.
And
And then you kind of want to get out of bed so that you can
yes.
do it, but then you're like, but if I get out of bed, then I'll never get any sleep.
Well, if you think about it, at night when you're laying there, your mind is a lot more free and open.
Yeah.
You don't have a zillion other things going on that are distracting you.
Right.
So your mind wanders a lot better, especially when you're getting ready to go to sleep.
Ah, for sure.
So
Faux
I get some of my best designs when I'm laying there, just letting my mind take off and do its own thing.
Do you know that the place that I get the best inspiration, the most creativity, Pink Pam in the house says hello. Good evening, Pam. Hope you're doing well in sunny Florida. Um, okay, so it's terrible, but the place that I get the best inspiration and where my mind is like the most free to wander and contemplate how I'm going to create something, church, like when the pastor's preaching, when I should be paying attention to what he's saying, but but I'm like, oh man, I should do this, or this character needs to look like this, or if I wanted to paint it this way, what colors would I use? And I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
torn. I'm like, okay, God made me this way. And I'm supposed to be getting help from the word, but I'm like, I'm suddenly
Maybe
hit.
you are.
Right. I'm suddenly hit with the inspiration bug. And I'm like, well, we're just going to do what we do, and see what happens. Man.
Exactly. See what
Maria, how's
happens.
your coffee going, by the way? I'm really super excited about this character. Look how transformed he is. Hang on, let me get you up there.
Ooh.
That's with coffee, you said?
Yes.
Oh, and he's got green eyes. I thought about doing mine in kind of a yellowish color, kind
So
of like
here's
Dani.
here's the thing. This is not going to be this is not going to be his tone of skin. This is
Oh,
to
it's
show
not.
me no. This is going to show me what I should color and what I don't have to color. So he's going to have like where the coffee spills is going to be colored, and what is not is just going to be left in white.
That is what?
I don't think my brain understands.
You'll see. I just don't know which color to go for. I think I'm going to go for just gray. Because we really don't have much time anyway. So
There we go. I can't believe, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. I think you guys understand. Like when all of a sudden you're like really impressed with what you've done because you don't know how it
Mhm.
happened.
yeah,
Like,
no, yours is really nice actually.
like, you came together
I
well.
totally understand. Like last weekend when we did Inside the Small Council,
Mhm.
I did something different with my hair, and I made it very show accurate. You know, the way the Southern girls wear their hair, where it's like twisted up here, and the oh, thank you. But I couldn't.
Danny, you never looked more beautiful. You're like Shrek's cousin.
When I did my hair last weekend, I couldn't get my own hair to stand up like that on its own without assistance. So I ran, like I was running out of time till my show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ran over and grabbed a pool noodle
Oh my gosh.
and cut it. I think I have it right here. I do. So I grabbed this pool noodle and I stuck it right here.
Oh, I've seen
pulled
that
my-
trick.
Pulled my hair over it and then pinned it and then put a braid right. It looked perfect. And I was so proud of my hair and how good my hair looked. I just kept waiting for people to say something and ask me how I did it, and nobody
Yeah.
did. So I had to be like,
Oh.
so you know how I do my hair?
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I used a
Yeah.
pool noodle.
And everybody's like, that's cool. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, cool.
Okay, I gotta ask you, because you were so immersed on your channel with what you were doing. You didn't read my comments, so I'll never know.
Oh,
But
I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay.
No.
You're
No, there's no
small.
excuse.
No
Sorry,
excuses on
no,
the
no.
internet. I'm sorry. You're Caucasian. You should. Well, you're sort of. You're like faux French, somehow Mexican.
Oh,
I'm
French.
a white Hispanic.
Right. Yeah.
white
However that
Hispanic.
works.
Oh, French.
And so, um, what is this mini council? What'd you call it?
That's right. I did see your comment, but I had to stay in character
That's
because
what
I
I kind of
actually
figured.
She's just
I
trying
write
to
a
make
script for
excuses,
that.
Tabitha. No, don't fall for it.
Oh, she's just trying to pacify me.
No,
hear
I
you.
write a script for that show. So it's a scripted series, a live scripted series. It's called Inside the Small Council, and I am in full cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
And I write a script for it, but it is based on Game of Thrones, and we watch a random episode of Game of Thrones. I pick a random episode, and we pretend like we are members on this interim small council because the main small council is, they're busy with the events of the episode, so they need another small council to come in and
They need the peanut
handle
gallery.
business. So it's a bunch of us get together and we pretend like we're on the small council in King's Landing, and we kind of break down and discuss a random episode of Game of Thrones as if we were in Game of Thrones. And it gets
that's
a little
so cool.
It gets funny and awkward. Sometimes we draw attention to it, like, did you even know you existed until yesterday?
Breaking the fourth
but-
wall, if you will.
Yeah. But we stay in character the whole time until Nerdy News. We encourage the chat to play along, like heckle us or, pretend like they're in Westeros as well. They're the small folk.
Nice. Peasants.
Yes. Yeah. but it's a good time. It's fun. I do an accent the entire time.
I know you do.
I got to see this. I did not know of this.
I was
Sorry,
gonna
Dani.
ask about that. It's like like you know what I love about Danny is like no shame. Like you just don't seem to be able to be embarrassed about anything.
Anything.
I am
Obviously.
constantly embarrassed.
So okay.
Well, you don't show it.
So
I
how do
lean
you?
into it.
I understand. Like I sort of understand that. I don't have the confidence or the experience or whatever that you have. But have you always been this way where you can just kind of
Yes.
just do the thing, even if it makes you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
I am desperate for attention.
Okay.
I am Tinkerbell. I will die without it.
Okay.
So I got picked on a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
So I just, hey, they thought that was funny. So I'm just going to point out I don't like being a hypocrite. So if I make a mistake, I'll call myself out on it.
Okay.
I'm
a little bit of a hypocrite.
Wow, I made my teeth look. Oh, that reminds me. I do have a set of teeth
Do you have
I
teeth?
need for this very specific occasion type situation.
Oh, I love my.
I didn't even have to color my teeth because I can do that. Hey, I colored them.
Oh,
you
cool.
did.
But I made these, fabricated them myself for a Klingon cosplay I did. And I think this suits
So awesome.
just fine. Yeah.
So awesome. Oh boy.
Okay.
What is on your forehead?
Those are my curls.
But what is it? Is it painted on?
Hold on.
I almost like did you draw those on or is it some kind of for a second I thought you know how some people make their own baby dolls and you can buy the curly hair at Michael's or something like that or used to. It almost to me looked like you'd glued those shiny artificial things on your forehead. Like that
I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
I don't even have to wait to record it for later. Dave is going to effing hate this.
I love it. I love
he
it.
hates these teeth.
Of
he
course.
really does. He thinks they're absolutely disgusting. It grosses him out to no end.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
I have.
You're gonna ask him to make out again this You have to speak in troll somehow though, right?
If I can, I don't know any Norse. I'll give it a gift. I'll do it a shake.
Oh, I was thinking more of like just like garbled conversation, but hey, that'll work. All right, let's see. What color should I make his? Let's see. What color do I need to make his eyes? Oh my gosh, this is.
Oops.
I want to say that I appreciate you ladies and that I want to thank you for joining me on these streams and for being willing to do this. I hope that we can get some more artists to join us because this is a lot of fun. Number one, like Dani was saying before with YouTube videos and whatnot, this is a lot of fun, but it also is such a great way to see other creative people and their concepts and how they do things and just also opening up and sharing, you know, our shortcomings, our downfalls. But how we just pick ourselves back up and just keep on going because we have to. It's in our blood, as Shawn Mendes would tell us. But
so you guys asked me about my inspiration. I never really got around to saying anything.
Yeah, why not, Maria? Gosh, because you've had an hour and a half.
I talk too much.
Everything. That's why. Yeah, you talk too much.
I do.
So I have a different medium. I have two different mediums of art. I am.
Oh yeah, we totally went over that, didn't we?
It's like, well, I kind of, yes. So I am a performing artist. You know, a storyteller. Oh, no wonder you're so fast. I'm like, why am I so slow? It's like, okay, you're using kind of like. Yeah, you're using.
I'm using Copic markers.
Yeah, mine is like
it's
this.
Little Spidey says.
Oh, Little Spidey. Oh, Then my work here is
Oh,
done.
look at the vibrancy of
Love
your
you, little buddy.
Oh, I may get this for. Look at that. Look at those teeth. Oh, those are worse than Dani's. Or
So-
maybe not.
No, they're not. Danny's is way more. You're next level, Dani. Next level. Oh man.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
You picked it.
I did not. Fate.
Yeah, fate. We all believe that.
You saw me roll the die. You saw. Look, there it is. Well, no, not anymore. I can't even. It's against me now. All right, let me see if I can get some color into these eyes. Maria, continue with what you were going to
So
say.
the thing is that when it comes to storytelling, it really is the story that calls to me instead of me calling the story. So I hear a bunch of stories from different types of mediums, usually very much to like podcasts. I really like to listen to podcasts. And people read the stories, and then when I find a story that I really like, it just resonates with me, and I put it into my repertoire. So
There you go.
that's my way of inspiration. And I hear a lot of stories, but not all the stories that I hear, I will tell.
Okay.
And I've had a very bad experience in telling a story that did not resonate with me because I was asked to tell that story.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was asked to tell a Peruvian legend.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at telling Latin American legends.
Oh.
Amazingly enough, yeah.
I don't understand how I'm not saying
The thing is that
not good at telling a story from a certain region.
So here's the thing. You have to have the flair also of that type of story. I never had it, and I've tried different ways to get it. I've tried listening to tales, trying to get, some inspiration out of it, and I just couldn't do it.
Excuse me. Okay.
But the people who
Fascinating.
me said, we want a Peruvian story because these are international students and they want a Peruvian story. Please tell one. And I'm like, okay, I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything. I have a student who does do Peruvian tales, and she does it spectacularly.
Okay.
I just have to get her, but I will do my best to accommodate. It went really bad. As in, like the audience wasn't into it. It was just not, there wasn't any magic in it.
Interesting.
Not like yesterday. Yesterday there was magic.
Magic. That's fascinating. I mean, because it's not my medium. It's not what I do. So, hearing what it takes to tell stories and the fact that it's like there's some stories that you can't tell because there's no magic. It's something that I've never would have thought about, obviously, because it's not my medium.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another reason that I like these streams, because we're all, I'm sure, you ladies have dabbled with markers and paint and things like that, but it seems that you have found your preferences for mediums. Maria is storytelling and crocheting. Dani is costumes and makeup. And so we can, learn from one another about what it takes to create. And I can't look at you.
Why not? You picked it.
You look gorgeous. You look so.
You don't look like a man, though.
I tried.
Please smile again.
Your Wonder Woman poster, right where your head is, looks like you have little wings coming out of your head.
Hold on. Oh, that started to hurt.
Yeah, you need to mess your hair up. There you go. Hey,
It's the one time where I
Alasia.
feel like I'm not obese enough or
Oh,
to pull this off. The one time, like, I feel like when I'm not wearing makeup and stuff, I have a more masculine features. But then I try to look like a man and I can't.
Oh, the problems that we have. Alasia, you're just coming in. I don't know if you've been lurking or not, but we are doing a prompt where we have to create. I've had a troubled green on my channel before. If you haven't checked out my series where I teach YouTubers how to paint, she was on there, and we had a good time painting Martin the Warrior because obviously she's a book person.
at Trouble of Green, I read The Green Rider. She recommended me this book. I've read The Green Rider, and I've now passed to the third book because this is an book series. An amazing series, actually. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward. I'm waiting for the library to lend me the next book.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah,
I like that Maria still goes to the library.
you guys don't go to the library?
My library sucks.
I live in a place called Farmington, Missouri.
Obviously.
How great do you think that library is?
Let me go ahead and see. So for those that may have just popped in here doing our character prompt, we needed to do a male troll who had curly hair, was angry, and was of royalty, was nobility. So this would be my take on that kind of troll, little goblin-y troll thing here. And there, I've got the one curl. It's a big one. It's got a one curl. He's got his little thing. The little embellishments. He has a diamond in his tooth. He's got a nose ring. I even gave him a ring here. And as a little what, I gave him one of those ancient Egyptian false beards that the pharaoh wore just to kind of mix it up. And I'm really happy with the way he turned out. I think he's really kind of cute and creepy. And I didn't know where this was going to go, and that's again why I love these streams, because I had no idea what was going to happen. It was a wonder. See, Dani, that is a wonderful writing prompt, and it was the dice. We all let it be fate. So we're gonna have a close up look. Well, let me just put a close up really quickly of mine. Here's mine. I don't know what his name is, but we'll just call him Tut for now. And then here's Dani's. She's supposed to be a male. Look at her lips and everything. Oh my gosh. I love the curls. They're so random. You're wart with the green.
Hang on a second. Let me finish. Just the diamond.
You just leave me on here.
I'm sorry.
Hear small children all day.
I lost my mouse.
Ouch. Because I wanna show you guys like the technique that I'm using.
Well, like Maria went off to start talking about her passion. I had to mute myself because I could just see Dani's little head up in the corner, and I just started dying.
Here's mine.
Here is Maria's, and she did this. You said watercolor and/or coffee.
Coffee, yes.
Look at that. Wild. Okay, so it's like a splatter. Yeah,
exactly.
That is so neat. The line work is really great. You know, he looks a little bit like a troll Casanova there. Like he looks like he thinks he could get all the ladies. You know, that's for sure. But he's
I make
kind
my
of
man attractive.
Of course. Yeah. I expect nothing less. Of course. Of course. Triple Green's got the eyes. Oh my gosh. This has been really fun, of course. Again, Dani, I love the commitment that you have because, you know, we're doing this on paper. At the end of the day, Maria and I, if we wanted to go, if we wanted to go to bed, we just brush our teeth and go to bed and leave all this stuff and clean it up tomorrow. I mean, technically, you could go to bed looking like that.
That would be funny.
I don't know if she would be able to actually climb in or she would be kicked out.
Dave would no.
I think the best thing would be like if you decided to do that, you fall asleep and the next morning you totally forgot what you did the night before and you just look at your bed and it's covered in green and brown and black and be like, what the freak?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Do I even want to know?
That
Similar
the
situation.
double I is a great touch.
Thank you. It was your idea.
I know. I know.
That's why she had to say that. Well, oh my goodness. Well, ladies, this has been fun chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us again for our second episode of the Arty Party. Still looking for
Oh, please.
Sorry. Allergies. Cave is damp.
It's my mom. Mom, have you been here the whole time? Have you seen Dani? Can't wait
Oh
for the
my God.
after party. Oh. Megan, we wish you could have been here. It would have been so great. But thank you for participating along with us. And she says that show your troll. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad hostess. Maria, tell the people where they can find you and what you do while I search for her troll.
Oh yes. Okay. So, well, I am the Geeky Crochet in Twitter, or sorry, not Twitter, X.
Oh,
X.
right. Yeah.
So I am the Geeky Crochet on X and also on Instagram. You can find me there. You're going to see coming up. I am finishing off a beautiful Count Dooku. That's going to be coming up very, very soon. So, and also I am a performing artist, storyteller, and I do have my YouTube channel, which is Unlocking Lore. And every other Thursday, I am telling a story from ancient Celtic traditions, which is what my specialty. So, yesterday was a really nice Grimm's tale. Really long, but
The golden bird, right?
the golden bird. Yes.
I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that one. Dani, why don't you tell everybody what you do?
I can't even look at me right now. I'm looking directly in the camera because I'm too distracting. Like, I'm so proud of myself right now. I want to send this to my Mr. Miyagi so bad.
Oh my gosh.
So, my name's Dani Santasy, licensed cosmetologist and registered super troll. And I have a channel called Comics and Cosmetics. You can find right here if you just type that in on YouTube. And what I do is I talk about whatever nerdy topic I've been obsessing about that week while doing my makeup at the same time. It's not normally this, but this is probably the more fun I have had doing my makeup in a long time because it's actual, I get to use my special effects chops instead of just my beauty chops. But I sit and I talk about nerdy stuff while breaking down characters, storylines, TV shows, nerdy things. It's only nerdy stuff. So it's all fictional characters. I also have live shows every week. We have several different series going on. One is Comics Redacted, where we play Cards Against Humanity, but it's only about comic book characters. We have another show called Inside the Small Council, where we talk about Game of Thrones as if we are characters in Game of Thrones. So that one's a cosplay show and it's scripted. We talk the science of superheroes, the psychology of superheroes. We got a lot of shows. I'm very tired.
And I was going to, my internet is a little bit slow here, but I was going to, for funsies, because it's not the perfect.
And you can find us on all the socials.
Of course. But let me quickly show Megan's, you guys. Can you see this?
Oh,
is it there?
Oh,
Isn't that just freaking fantastic? It's got a crown. It was supposed to be royal. It's supposed to be royalty. So that's fantastic. This is so cute.
I could have made like different crowns somehow. I don't know. I'm not happy with my crown situation.
Isn't that awesome that she could have, you can choose whatever medium, and she used origami of all things.
Who
does that? I would
I'm
also
a free for habit. Oh, I
I'm
stay
going
in my
to
lane.
share one more screen for those who are not familiar with what Dani looks like on the regular. This is Dani on the regular person. I just wanted to kind of
That's so
show that.
funny. That really makes me feel very even more proud that you felt like you needed to show people what that I look
You
so
look-
different from my normal.
You do. You look.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's been
It
Oh
a
my
great
God.
evening. I again check out the links down below. If you want to look for ways to support the channel, you can check that out down below as well. And then, of course, be sure to check out my guests' links. You'll enjoy what they have. And I'm thankful for everybody that showed up. I appreciate you. Hit that like button on your way out. And hopefully we will see you again soon. We're gonna excuse me, try to make this, I guess, normal, like a regular thing on like maybe
I think we should.
the last Friday of every month. And we're going to be looking to get more artists in here as well, because we want to inspire and cultivate creativity. We want people to see and understand that you don't have to be a great artist to create art. And the way that you become a great artist is by creating. And so you too can look like this. Or you can make awesome illustrations like Maria and take it to a whole nother like inverted kind of way, or create little weird gremlin goblin creatures like myself. But anyway, hope everybody has I didn't even get to use this, man. I brought a brand new clip. I'm just gonna go ahead and use it, and we'll catch you guys later.
Not impressed by your performance.